your ragtag of mercenary group have found themselves in the middle of quite a pickle. Lord Scowl sent them to establish a trade route with the Riverfolk, and they were brought by Captain Chomps and the crew of the Blades Breeze to the island. Upon arrival, Trader's Glen was surrounded by a blockade of Woodland Alliance ships, demanding armor and weaponry to continue their crusade. Our Vagabonds managed to convince the rebels, led by a mouse named Leoma, to try and talk to the Riverfolk to come to some sort of understanding. When we resume, Orson, Jack, and Poe, you are on a small, just kind of rowboat headed towards Trader's Glen, with Lumpy and your Foxdeal in tow.
I feel like we've been paddling for hours! Days even! I say this immediately after whatever the last thing we said in the last session. Like no time in between.
We barely got on the boat.
Yep, with you here, it feels like it's been a whole week.
Hark! Is that land over yonder?
Yes, as you approach, you begin to see this island a little clearer. It is comprised of about dozens of fairly large rafts chained together with business stalls and bodegas built atop of them. Despite the blockade, you can see there are many denizens busily scurrying around. As you begin to approach even closer, a platypus wearing a vest, a pince nez precociously balanced on his bill, takes notice of your vessel. He almost does a double take, then rushes to the edge of the island, gesturing wildly for you to dock.
Us to stop?
Dock.
Oh, dock.
Oh, I think we need to go over there.
It's a fellow marsupial!
Just when I thought Ty couldn't one-up Captain Chomps, he does it again.
Okay, so you guys are docking?
Yeah, dock over by that duck. Oh, wait. That duck.
As you get closer, this platypus throws you a rope to tie your boat to the island.
I do it.
Now that I'm with my totally normal hands.
With my freakish human.
You stop just for a moment to look at
Can
them.
the platypus high five us from here? Is he in high five distance?
I don't think he's in high five mood.
As you guys start tying the boat, he begins pulling the rope to pull the boat within, so you guys could hop off and get to him.
Can I give him a handshake and a couple of fist bumps and be like, "How's it going, my man?" Because we're both marsupials.
As soon as you extend your hand, he grips it, he handshakes you and then grabs it with the other. Leonard Smoothbill here. I'm so glad you got through.
I grip it. He grips with the other hand, and I grip with the other hand, and then I grip with one of my feet.
Oh, that's such a pleasure. I see you got some goods. I see you're here for trade.
Yes.
My marsupial friend is here to inform you guys we have a solution to all your problems.
And ours too.
And
theirs.
And everybody's problems.
I don't think Jack has a problem that we're solving. I think he's just.
Jack has really bad credit rating.
Jack, what are your problems?
Anyway, we're here to talk to whoever is in charge of this fine flotilla.
Oh well, we're a conglomerate of different businesses. We all kind of we work together, but there's not a head. There's no one's directly.
Do you guys work in a council?
We have meetings where we discuss business and different options of people going places. Absolutely.
Okay. What I would like to discuss is a solution to the blockade over yonder. I thrust a freakish thumb over my shoulder,
super wrinkled.
Human
you can see the nail
over there, and I want to know if we can talk to enough people to arrange a trade route, and also maybe an agreement with the leaders of that blockade.
You got a lot of big ideas. I like that.
we have backing. I could show him maybe the Gazette or something Lord Skal gave us.
Okay, roll. You can. I'll let you do two things.
Well, we also have the bunch of fox steel.
Well, he noticed that. That's why he said
Okay,
you're here
cool.
to trade.
Yeah.
You have two options. You can either roll to charm to see what happens, or really persuade an NPC, or you could try the meet an important person.
I don't see meet an important person. What's that?
Yeah, that's
So that was what I sent you guys yesterday in,
Oh.
unfortunately, probably this chat. It's a move you can roll. It's with your reputation, which you guys have none currently, so it should be a straight up and down roll.
I got a 10.
That's a
Of course
very
you did.
good. So you can choose both. You've heard stories. Ask a question about them, and then I will tell you once you've heard about them or their interests as an answer. And they've heard something in your favor. Take +1 forward when you first try to play up that connection with them and their faction. So you get to choose both. So they've heard something about you specifically, Orson, that is you change your name in Zoom. I swear to God.
Wait, what?
Change your Zoom name.
Oh
for-
my
Look it up.
sweet
It's your-
dear God.
It's your gross human name.
Why did it do that? I didn't mean. I had. Oh my gosh.
Ew. Ew.
So ask a question specifically about Leonard here.
Yeah, so there's two. That'd be one. You've heard stories. Ask a question about them. The thing is, you
Do
have heard. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. No, you first.
Yeah, the thing is, you have heard about Leonard Smoothbill specifically is that he is a fairly wealthy trader in the Riverfolk. He's not like the high. They're like once again, there's not necessarily like a leader, but he has a couple. Like this is he does work out of this Trader's Glen. There are a lot of river boats that he does own that travel along throughout the woodland to sell and trade with.
Okay, so he's a relatively big deal.
Fairly affluent.
Yeah. Do I know if he knows, like, if he's tight with like the other high name people in this flotilla?
Yeah, you think he would have some sway with everyone else. It is kind of like what he said. It's kind of like more like a council where they'll all discuss with each other, especially here because it's like them working together. So yes, he has some pull.
And do I get to choose what he knows about me?
Yeah, they've heard something in your favor. Take +1 when you try to play up that connection.
He has read all of the Gazette and he likes it.
oh my gosh, you're that famous author. Oh my, it's such a pleasure. I framed every copy. They're hanging up in my bedroom.
He hands even though he's not looking for it.
It's his hand. Oh, all right.
Yes, we like to. If you can get the top names around together, we're gonna make a big deal with Lord Skal over yonder. He has a lot of fox steel, and he's recently kind of come into a boom of it. And we can also get rid of that blockade, I think, if we work together. So we need to chip, get everybody together.
I'll gather the big movers and shakers around Trader's Glen. It'll take better part of the day. If you feel free to shop, I have my shop over here. There's plenty of shops all around. Take your time. We'll meet in the center. We have a little town hall right at dusk.
Sounds good. That's good on you, Leonard. I'm gonna put you in the next Gazette. Your name is gonna show. I know, a dream come true.
He takes off his pince nez from his bill and he clears a tear. Just tries to hide it and puts it back on.
Finally recognizing the small businesses on this ramp.
And he says as you are walking off, yeah, feel free. I mean, anything you guys can find, want, desire, you'll find it here.
I'm gonna explore the town and see if I run into anything that seems useful. You guys okay together? If I leave, if Daddy leaves for 2 minutes, I come back and this flotilla's on fire. And I look at Oppo. No revolutions while I'm gone.
Okay, I won't.
He's crossing his tail. Oh shoot! Okay, I'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay.
Jack, I want to start a revolution so badly you don't even know.
I do know. But please don't.
I'm gonna do it. You just wait.
Teach them to revolt against blockades.
Not. Well, do you mind if I read tense situation. I want to see how bad things are here now because they've been in a blockade.
Yeah.
To see if that's like been affecting them terribly much.
We just trying to remember from last. We never knew. We didn't even know this was here, right? So we have no idea how long it's been happening.
Correct.
Cunning. Okay. So
I don't know if Leoma would have. If you guys asked Leoma.
It's a 6, 7, 8. Plus 1, a 9.
Okay. That is a mixed success for. Did you put it in the thing the way you do that I like? The way you do that thing I like
What do you mean?
in the chat so I can read the thing. You don't have to.
I did. I put read a tense situation.
Cool.
Yeah. Actually, I guess I should just. It says 7 and 9. I can ask one of these.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's read one.
I guess what should I be on the lookout for? Or, I don't know if it's what should I be on the lookout for or who's in control here. Better ask my question.
I kind of get your question, so I mean, we can. That's fine. What you get is that you can see people they're like doing about their business based on the reaction from Leonard. It seems like he's not concerned at all, but it's also not like they are panicking and starving. You don't know how long the blockade has been there. You could ask someone. But this place is basically a big mall. There is plenty of food, supplies. I mean, their main thing is trading, and there are a lot of
the Woodland Alliance isn't like they're mostly just being a financial burden, but like
Correct.
the town is still healthy and fine.
Yeah.
It's just maybe they've had a little bit of a it's like when Target I don't know if a Target gets. If a Target
when you go to Target,
it's like Target.
Is there a Target on this track?
this week's podcast is sponsored by Target. People go to Target.
The owls. But I guess
now at Target.
What hot topic? So I guess I'll turn to Leonard and be like, "How is it, my man? How's the blockade been?"
Oh, well, it's not. We don't love the blockade here, but we're hoping we can outlast them. They've got quite a bit of ships. I don't think we could, probably beat them in a fight, but I think, maybe we can outlast them.
So the Woodland Alliance, they want. They what they want, or have they made their demands clear to you?
Yeah, well, I mean, they came aboard. They came and they said, "Hey, we want a bunch of swords and weaponry," and we set out our prices, and they said no, and we said, "Okay, well then no," and then they said, "Well, here's a blockade."
Yeah. So, what could the Woodland Alliance offer you that isn't money? I guess that could benefit you. I mean, I know the Riverfolk tend to enjoy mercenary work. You do enjoy, I don't know what else, I'm just wondering, because maybe I could go back to them and be like, oh, instead of these, you can offer these, and they could offer that. As far as what I can tell, maybe they have fighting forces that you can use, or,
roll persuade an NPC.
Yeah, okay, so persuade an NPC is charm. Okay, I'm gonna use the Woodland Alliance dice again, because I'm talking on behalf of them, I guess. For now. Another 6, 7, it's plus charm, right? 8, 9. A 9 again. Okay, I'm liking using the dice.
Nice.
I keep getting acorns, which I double-checked are 6s.
Persuade an NPC. Okay, they aren't sure, unless you want to use exhaustion to help Jason to make it a 10.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay, so mark your exhaustion, and that makes it a full 10, which is good. He says, well, we do enjoy our money or goods, and they don't seem to have either. But in an occasional situation, we could do some labor. If they were willing to perhaps, go out to the woods, cut down some tree, build some ships for us. We're always in the in the market for more ships. We're always in the market for more people to build them. So that could be a solution.
You say you need something to cut down trees?
Well, more the building. I mean, we don't just need a bunch of lumber here, but it's like ships is what we could labor to build ships.
Well, we brought the saw, didn't we?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, let me show you my invention.
And then maybe we can show you the people who could use it to help make you build. I mean, clearly they're good at building boats, right?
I mean, they don't look like the best quality boats, but there are a lot of them.
They do exist and are floating.
Correct. I mean, yeah, it could be worse. We could.
Those are two things that boats are good at being.
There's some merit there. Yeah, that's a possibility.
Okay, maybe we can work something out. Maybe I could. Is there an easy way to send a message to them? Like, can we have a boat boy, a little, maybe a tiny duck boy that comes out and he's got like a roll of paper that we could. What do you think? Did
carrier
duck boy.
Actually, I guess the bird people can legit fly in this universe, can't they?
No, it's not. It's more like they can glide or fly very short. Otherwise,
maybe
they'd have a
jump
huge,
really high.
Yeah, like jump really high.
Okay.
They like lie down. They can't like.
That makes
fly
sense.
forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we can have.
Well, we could send out a small vessel. Yeah, a vessel is a courier of sorts. That
Okay, because I just don't want to keep going back and forth.
Yeah, we can.
It's exhausting. It takes a week.
I'll have to once again. I mean, I have to meet with the council and discuss all this. Make sure they're all.
Well, if that's the case, this should be hammered out before you meet the council, so you know what the Woodland Alliance can offer to the table in these negotiations.
That's true. I don't mind, discussing. But there's the chance the council says no, we don't like them. They've been boxing us out.
Well, then we go back to them with a bigger offer.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but first we have to know. So far, all the Woodland Alliance has offered stopping everything in your ports. And no currency. So if we come back to them being like, hey, we're willing to talk this out as long as you're willing to do something for us. I mean, I feel like the Woodland Alliance that I know would be okay doing labor, but I don't know, they're kind of... Leona seems kind of different.
I'd say once again, I don't speak for everyone. I have to get full confirmation, but I think we can send them a message. You can draft it. We, the Riverfolk, would be willing to at least entertain talks of a deal if they were willing to provide labor for at least a good handful of ships.
Okay. Jack, can you write that up? My handwriting is garbage.
Well, I'm not really the writer for that sort of stuff, but I suppose...
Yeah, Orson is gone.
Yeah, but I don't know what he's gonna write. I don't trust him. I can write. I can write. This is the thing about it first. I'll do it.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you don't have to roll for it. You roll. The handwriting's probably terrible, but you do write your message.
If anything, I do also put a memo in that thing to say, like, if you want, could you send a negotiator ashore to speak for you?
Yeah.
To make a deal for you and stuff like that. A diplomat.
And he draws a smiley face on it too.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of doodles of things.
I'll get this to the right people, and hopefully we'll get wood soon. I'll try to gather everyone in the town hall. But take a look around, take your time. It'll be a couple hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Shakes your hands once again, grabs the note, and is off. And you are left in Trader's Glen.
I'd like to look for anyone who has some sort of like a tinker workshop type.
Okay. I want you to roll with cunning first.
I got a 6.
That's pretty bad. It takes you a while. The thing you find.
Wait a minute. 7 makes it a partial success, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you an exhaustion back for making it a partial success because you helped me out a second ago.
Cool.
Well,
yeah. So with that, it does not take that long. You are walking by. It is a lot of stalls. It is like a bazaar market. You find the Barksmith. It is a blacksmith shop with a it is a large smithy, unlike the one with Tillman's in Coolclaw Mine, which was very to the point, a lot of material. This one has a lot more of weaponry and armor you think is a little more inventive and clever. It's not like up to your level exactly of like creativity, but it's a lot more than what Tomans has.
Are there a lot of chainsaws?
Can I rejoin them?
They're splitting off, so we'll get to you in a second.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So Jack, you see a large pug kind of hammering away at the anvil. Wearing a leather smock, much like blacksmiths do. And there are wares all kind of around. What do you do?
I'm just gonna introduce myself. Hello, sir.
Oh, hello there, friend. Yeah,
Sounds like a pug.
he offers his massive hand paw at you.
I shake it with my
Hold on.
hands.
Massive, and you're talking about a pug. Is this like a gigantic burly body with a tiny pug head?
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he sounds like that.
Pleasure to meet you. What are you in the business for here? Can I help you with?
I'm trying to figure out maybe the best way to have a movable workshop, and you guys can link and move around. And how'd you come up with such an idea?
Well, I didn't start it, but they build them on top of boats, and that's how they move on the water.
But do you ever move off the water? Just say like to shore.
Oh yeah, well we occasionally when we're doing specific trading, if let's say now the Erie does a requisition for a big order of swords or special armaments, I might detach and float on down and provide them some services and come back.
Yeah. How do you make your little mobile cart? What do you make it out of?
Well, it's any kind of roll persuade. Actually, it's really just charm, honestly, because you're not really persuading him. You're just kind of chatting. But I'm gonna see how much he likes.
Well, I have a 0 anyways. So.
That real good.
Oh,
that's good. So the mixed success in here is that he does tell you, but as he does, he's definitely trying to like push you towards the wares to like look at buying things. But well, I designed this this stall myself. I have the you see the furnace here and kind of gestures to it. We built at a top, and I just I learned over time how to operate with minimal. I don't need to have a big to do. It's a less stuff on top of a fairly movable surface.
So you're saying lots of wheels?
Wheels, or we have floats beneath. In this case, good combo.
Okay. What do you use a lot of fox steel?
Kind of whistles. I like fox steel. I haven't used a lot of it recently. It's not easy, not the most common. None of the the very the real fine steels are super common, but I work with it. Yeah.
Well, would you be excited if there was suddenly an influx of fox steel?
I think it would help me make a lot of money because I can, make some better wares and I can take it to some other people.
Are you one of the decision makers around here? Do you have a lot of say in what goes on?
People respect me, but I don't. Politics isn't my jam.
Well, we're here trying to set up a trade route, and it would bring in a lot of fox steel. So if you can help say some good words, we could. It'll start coming your way.
I do like the fox deal. He kind of, what would endear it a little bit more? Maybe you buy something.
What? Let me see.
Or trade. You got some fox steel on you?
I do. I'll hand him an ingot of fox steel.
And looks it over. All right. What are you in the market for? I can't exactly give you, something. I made one ingot of fox steel. I can't give you, a fox steel sword for it or anything. Obviously. But anything you're specifically in the market for? And out of character, doesn't have to be doesn't have to, you know, this is a blacksmith, which you're kind of training in, and someone who has some creativity. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a specific item. It could be information or a skill or something like that as well.
You know what? In last session,
Yes.
so there was a clock, and I'm like halfway through basic blacksmithing.
Mhm.
Can I like advance that?
Yeah. So it would take that
Knowledge?
would be the rest of your you wouldn't be able to shop kind of for the rest of this until like the meeting later tonight. But he would spend the better part of the rest of the day with you, teaching you how to blacksmith. If that's what you wanted.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, come on over and take a look. We'll make something nice out of this. We'll start simple. Maybe a nice dagger sword. He kind of gestures over to his forge, and he gets working, and you start setting. You can fill that clock. Have basic blacksmithing skills.
All right, cool.
So it means as soon as if you get your own, or you're at someone else's, you can start like using the ingots to make your own things.
Nice. And then I'll get rid of my ingot of foxtail. Cool.
Poe, where do you go?
Okay, so Jack went to go talk to like a tinkerer, I guess, like that.
Blacksmith tinker.
Let's see, what would Poe want?
Or you can just look around. I mean, it's also not too.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of waiting for the response from the Woodland Alliance to see.
Okay, you can do that too.
What their thing is, but I want to think of something to do in the meantime. I kind of want to meet some otters.
Yeah.
Are there any otters that dabble in, I guess you can say, you could say recreational drugs, but like doesn't necessarily need to be that. Could be like alcohol or something like that, but just like the fun stuff.
Roll, not read it. I guess it's cunning, basically.
Just cunning?
Yeah, basically
Okay.
just seeing how long it takes you.
Wow. Oops. That is a 6. I keep getting acorns, which I'm enjoying now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you said cunning? 11.
Yeah, it doesn't have a negative.
I got 11. What? No, it's cunning is +1.
Cool, awesome.
I have no negatives. So the one thing I did for the level
nice.
up was make it so that my only -1 is now a 0. So
The thing you find first is a stall called Potent Potables. It is stocked with bottles and bottles of fine spirits, liquors, wines, everything. And you see an otter behind it. He's got his fur kind of slicked back on top. He's got a nice little tuft of fur as a goatee. Hey, how's it hanging?
it's going okay.
What are you in the market for, buddy?
You got any weed?
Oh, I mean, I got a guy. If that's what you
No, I
want.
mean like that one. And I point over to a dandelion in a pot on the shelf.
He like looks and then goes, yeah, that's gonna be that's about 2 points.
Oh. Oh God. Tell you what.
Yeah, buddy.
Just curious. So the blockade, is a problem.
Yeah, man, it's bad for business.
How's it affecting your business particularly?
Well, here's the thing. Pretty well, because people get a little stressed and they like to partake of fine spirits and alcohol. So I mean, I'm currently sitting pretty. At some point it'll be a problem because I don't necessarily brew in a house, but right now business is booming for old Charles.
Oh, that's pretty good. Is there anywhere in the settlement, I guess you can say, that like manual labor would be appreciated? So far I've heard, it'd be nice if we had people to build boats or cut down trees. Does anything strike an interest in you?
I mean, if there's anyone who knows how to do a good, maybe set up a nice distillery for me, I could save me some money. Maybe a little one in house, a little extra raft for old Charles. Start brewing up some brewskis. Start making some fine spirits. I could save some coins here and there.
Oh, I might have something else for you in mind then. Have you ever been to Coolclaw Mine?
I haven't.
Oh, well, there's a bartender there named Mala, and maybe you two could, hit it off or whatever. Because she runs a bar, and she could distill her eyes or whatever the fuck you said.
Well, I don't necessarily need to buy. I mean, I have plenty of supplies. I would save some money if I could do it in house and just have some.
So you need like a person.
Yeah,
Just
someone
like,
to like,
gotta
set it up
work
and
here.
maybe teach me how,
You
and
need
then
like a part timer, like a tiny duck boy that you can.
yeah.
I wish we
Yeah,
had
tiny-
one of those.
If you find a 10 deck boy, I'd be much appreciated.
Okay. Well, I guess in the meantime, I'll take that weed off you. If you don't mind.
All right, you got to mark depletion for this
How
dandelion.
much? Just
It's just one.
one.
Leave Opa alone for 5 minutes. because of
I
our
just hold the
drugs.
dandelion and I occasionally lick it like cotton candy.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, we're good.